What up, it's your boy, the guy who wears the funny coat and makes some weird stories every once in a while. Today I'm going to cover a topic that I think everybody has heard of, but nobody exactly knows how it works. And I'll provide you 2 steps, that's it, only 2, to improve your credit score. That's it, 1, 2. If you can count to 2, then you can easily do this and you can find yourself way better than you were a year ago. But of course, hit that like button and we'll just jump right into it. So, today we're talking credit score, baby. What is it? How do I improve it? A credit score, for those who don't know, is not only your willingness to pay off debt, like you probably already know, but it's also your willingness to get into debt. Now that's not just a means for you to go ahead and just go out and buy a car on credit, buy a fridge on credit, buy a pony on credit. Don't do that, and that's not worth the time nor effort. But you want to go ahead and you want to take this structurally, and you want to go ahead and think about this and follow through with it. Again, I'll go into the 2 steps in just a second. So, how do you want to improve your credit? The first step I always recommend is applying for a credit card. Now, I've done a video on credit cards before, you can check that out. No matter what your starting limit is, no matter what it is, you just need to get approved for a credit card. That's how you start. Whether you got recently bankrupt or you're in high school and you just figured out that you really want to get credit figured out. Go ahead and apply for any credit card that will take you. Make sure it's within reason, of course. Also, don't worry about the interest rate. We're going to be getting through that. Don't you worry. It won't be an issue. I got you, honey boo boo. Now, you're going to use that credit card and you're going to use it to purchase a good number of things. Make sure you have the money for it, though. We're not just going off of empty credit here. Pay for your gas with it. Pay for your groceries with it. Or you usually get bonuses for that, so keep track of that. As well as anything else that you typically buy. That way you're not using a debit card. You want to funnel that into your credit card. Now you want to make sure that you start building a habit first though. Don't just pay for all this stuff and let it go to the wayside, forget about it. That's how you're going to get in even more trouble. And you don't want to be in that sort of trouble. Credit cards already get a bad rap as it is. I imagine your parents as well as mine have told you that they are absolutely the devil and you don't want to get wrapped up in them because that's how it's ruined their life. No, we're going to be smarter than that. We're going to go ahead and we're going to pay for stuff that we can already afford. And you're going to set a date that you know that you can pay this card off. Make it payday. Make it the day after payday. Just make sure you get to a point where you're habitually paying this card off, honestly, before it's even due. I always recommend it. Maybe the day before that it's due. That way, there's no interest that accrues on the card because it only works on the balance that exists at on the date that it's due. But if you pay it early, 24% of interest, which is illegal, but 24% interest on $0 is still $0. So if you pay that sucker off bright and early and you get that where it's, right at the due date, you're only going to improve your credit from there because you're incurring debt as well as paying it off. This is going to supercharge your credit, big boy. You're going to go from like a 1963 Ford Jalopy and you're going to move right on to a 2030 Lamborghini. This is the stuff that rappers rap about. That's what we're going to work towards in the credit sense. So, you're getting yourself a habit, you're paying off this credit card, boom, 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 month after month after month after month. You're building your credit score rapidly at that point. And that point, that should be good for most people. But you're more than just most people. You're watching Bear Coat Finance, baby. That's right. We do things wild. We do things extra. This green screen, this is a lot more work than it's worth. That's why we go as hard as we do. So, you're a master of the credit card. You're swiping, you're paying just as much as you're swiping. That's right, folks. You're moving this is moving through an infinite 8. Now, it gets to a point where your stuff starts to taper off a little bit. Just like any time at the gym, you get newbie gains. You start seeing that improvement up front, but eventually it slows down. It tapers off. That's with most things in life. So your credit's starting to plateau a little bit. That's where we get a little wild with it. Now that you have a master of credit, you should have about a 600, 700 credit score. Very good. Very, very good. Let's get it higher. Let's push the envelope. You're going to go to a bank, preferably a credit union because they offer you better rates. You're going to take out a loan, a personal loan. I would say even a signature loan because, again, the interest shouldn't be that bad. We are paying that mostly off. Now, you're going to be getting a loan for something that you can already afford. If it's for a washing machine, you just want to improve your washing machine, get a new one, get a new fridge, whatever. But it's got to be something that you already have the money for. If you have $2,000 in the bank, then you can go for a $1,000 loan. If you have $5,000 in the bank, go for a $2,000 loan. Something that you can cover and it won't set you way, way back. You just suddenly have to drop it. So, go ahead and make those monthly payments on there. Pay that off, pay the minimum balance, pay whatever you feel comfortable with, at least the minimum balance though, because come on. But you're going to pay that on time, just like the credit card. Set it at a date that you know you can pay this thing off. And again, just get to the habit of paying this off, chop it through, pay off the loan. Now, don't just jump right into another loan, because the credit score companies, the people who watch you, they are not going to like that you're just jumping in and out of credit, like in and out of loans like that. Nobody likes that. You want to space it out a little bit. I would say twice a year you could take out a loan for something that you can afford. Now, it gets to the point where you feel like you can't handle the stress, pop out, pay off the loan, be done with it. You still got your credit cards you're paying off, and you still got all this that you're working towards. So, with that, you got yourself a good, strong engine going. You're paying things in, you're paying them out. You're paying things in, you're paying it out. The big thing behind this is your own self-discipline. Like most things in life, you only get the best if you work for it. And you're gonna have to work for it, Bubby boy. I'm telling you right now, but it's absolutely worth it. If you wanna get better loans on a house than your parents have ever gotten, you need a good credit score. If you want to get a car financed, which I personally disagree against, but you find yourself in a situation where you need it every once in a while. But if you want a better loan on that car finance, you need a good credit score. And if you want to get a job in a financial sector field, especially speaking as an accountant, they're going to look at your credit score, because if you can't manage your own finances, what makes you think you can manage this company's finances? Just a bit of a heads up there if you're looking in that sort of field. So by paying off your credit card debt and also incurring it, but also paying off the loans and incurring them, you're building yourself up your score rapidly. You won't reach the perfect 850 overnight. In fact, it'll probably take you a couple years. But with this habitual balance and also this consistency that you're building there, it carries over to more than just credit in life. But credit is a necessary thing. We can go on and wax poetic about the philosophy of being self-disciplined, but that's not this video. I'm here to teach you how to get a good credit score, and I think I've done just that. That's it. That's your 2 steps. Credit card, loans. But of course, it comes with a cost, and of course, it comes with a number of caveats. But by then, you should be self-disciplined enough to where you got yourself a swanky credit score so you can go around and flex your black card or whatever else you want to show. But with that, I appreciate you watching my quick video on credit scores. I don't want to take too much of your time. You're busy, and I know you got yourself a credit card you want to be applying for. So, thank you so much for watching. Hit that like button if this has helped you out, if you learned something. If you didn't, well, still hit that like button. It'll do me a favor. And share this with somebody you know that may need a help on their credit. Don't take this the wrong way if you received it this way. We're just looking out for you. Hope you have a great day. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you around. Bye.